Okay, well, good afternoon. I don't know whether I'm talking in pidgin or English, anyone. My name is Maria Banga, and I'm founder of the association Hope for the Abused and the Battered. I'm a person with a lived experience, and I'm a mental health advocate. You know me by now. When you see my face, you know it's something up, and it's either something to inspire, motivate, encourage, or something to tell people, oh, be careful, watch your back, or these are the kind of things that happen in the society, and stuff like that. But I just want to rant now. I'm going to do a better video later on. I don't know when, and probably tomorrow, whatsoever. The day well, I did my workout, so I kind of like thought about it, but uh, issues with the kids at home this morning, cleanliness, la 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 la. Come to the office, so many things to do, and some meetings starting from 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m. And I'm like, I just wanted to stay me quiet, but I just went out to my son's school to take the report card, and the office was locked, whereas the person had told me on WhatsApp that in the office, and I'm like, why would you get me to leave my office and come there and you are not there? Secondly, I had to go and pick up something somewhere, and I told the person, I don't want to come now, you are not there. The person said, no, my staff is there. Only to get there and there's no staff, and I take a picture of the place and I send it to them, and they're like, oh, the staff said I'm on a bike getting there. But why did they first say they were there? Why are we so like that? We cannot keep our word. I mean, look at this child, Mabel. I'll talk about Mabel tomorrow, but I just need to rant about it today. She was in my office yesterday, so my staff saw her coming here. A fine 20-year-old girl, but so broken inside, so broken. She had been groomed and sexually assaulted and raped by a man of God. That affair lasted 3 years. Married man of God. Shame. Because people would like to say, hey, the girls were not a small child like that one. 13 years. What could that child have done to entice that man of God? People will talk and say, don't touch not my anointed or whatever they say out there. In America, they lock them up. I wish this was America. And our families are not afraid to report those kind of things. Or not ashamed. Ashamed for what? What did that child do? So I sit here, I'm trying to concentrate, and then some things happen, and then those things just come to my head, and I'm like, what are we talking about? I see some things on social media, I'm like, if I could leave that social media, I would have left it, but I'm using it, so I'm not going to leave. But you see, people are arguing over stupid things. What does feminism mean? Bang, 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 bang. Oh, you're only talking for women, you are not talking for men. Da, 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 da. Oh. Parents, who are you leaving your children with? Huh. You know, I'm not the one who started exposing these scandals happening in churches. The Catholic Church, the mother church, the big one. When what was happening with children and those priests for centuries came crashing, we thought that would be the end of people in churches taking advantage of people's children. Lie. Now the new types of churches have come. What is that now? Wear that thing to stay in the house. Go and change it.
Which thing?
Your shorts. What is that destroyed thing there? Come on, go home. I'm sorry, I'm not in the mood, Kelly. We just came back from school. You were properly dressed. Now you go and change it and wear it. Even me, I want to stay at home. I don't want trouble. Because even if you don't wear anything, they can still harass you. Not to talk of when you wear. I'm talking about it, but that's the truth. People are not educated. When somebody will see you like that, look, even this guy at the restaurant I saw you talk to, I bet just go. I'm sorry, go. Come and take and put in a fridge. Come and take this my juice. Not easy. Take it. Please put it in the freezer. Just tell Gabi not to touch it when he comes back. Hurry up, go and come back. You know, it's unfortunate that I mean, I'm an adult, so I can wear anything and go anywhere. Nobody will do nothing to me apart from talk. But when a young girl like this wears that their short thing like that and stuff like that, and to go out of the house, You never know what can happen. I mean, it's like we are going crazy now. You don't even know how to protect your children anymore. Should we just lock them up in the house? Gaya, people just become. Look, this is this child. I'm going to do another live video about her. I have to talk with her mother. Because now she went to school to take her result slips today, and they say they cannot give her because she's still owing fees. Right? She's still owing fees. Okay, she was first living with an uncle, and then something happened last year, and they threw her out. And that uncle, who was taking care of her education, he had just paid the first installment. And so he stopped. He said, I don't want her in my house anymore. Go. And he's not going to finish the school fees. So would the mother take her out, or the mother will leave her there and be struggling to pay? The mother lives far away in Yala. You know my office, Gayala. I live in Bonamusadi. The child came to my house. I don't know her. It's my son's friend's friend. But she came to my house because she knows that children come to my house and I don't kick them out. And she had come to visit once. She loves the environment. She cries to me. I'm like, okay, well, sleep here. In the morning, I'll take you back and beg your uncle. I take her back and beg the uncle. The uncle says, no, I don't want her. She's a thief. She's a prostitute, whatsoever. Let her leave. It's the uncle's wife. If the wife does not want the child, can the uncle insist? No. So the child leaves. The child comes back to my house. Where else the child go? The child did not even know where the mother lives in Douala. It's a child that they had taken from the village since class 6. So it is that uncle who sent her to Seka Form 1. And after Form 1, where they say, we don't want her, Seka fees is too much, crisis started, brought her to Douala, put her in this school. Now she's in Form 5. You pay only first installment. Yes, times are hard. You kick her out. Even just finish and pay the second and third installment. The uncle is a lawyer. So it's not like he doesn't have money. He has his own children in that school and in whichever other school. It's my colleague. If I see him out there in that master, you don't fuck up. What nonsense is this? Can you imagine the trauma in the child's life right now? She was crying. I went to the school to collect my son's report and I saw her there. They could not give her the acceptance slip because she has not finished school fees. 70K remaining. The mother doesn't have. The mother's mother died just last week. The grandmother. I'm just going to appeal to my friends. Let's just come together. I am prepared to put 20K down. Just find 50, 70,000. Pap, finish the fees. Let that child at least have O level before whatever the mother is doing with her. So I offered to keep her in my house. Let her ride the GC because from my house to Loria is a walking distance. That's it. I didn't even know that she was from Bayangi. I thought she was from Bamenda. It looks like the father is Bamenda. But I don't know. When I take these children to help them, I just take them. It's my heart. I'm a humanitarian. I don't need to know you or know your family. But it's like this particular child, maybe who was in my office yesterday. Tomorrow I will talk about it again. I will even put some videos. I will do a whole live streaming. Let people be careful about this thing. So her parents married Catholics because people like this thing of which church. Catholic. And then, well, somewhere along the line, the mother joins a church. Now, the mother joins a church. The father says, out. You cannot be in another church in my house. So that's how he kicks the mother out. The mother goes now and, well, becomes the whatever she becomes in that church. And because she becomes the whatever she becomes in that church, well, Mabel also becomes, well, man of God's secretary or man of God's whatsoever, I don't know, at 13. Of course, now there's choir, there's this, there's that, there's this, there's that. And that's how gradually he grooms her. She's coming to his office, my daughter, my special daughter. Then the touching, then the oral sex. Come on. Ish. I did not really want to do a live video today. I just wanted to just calm down until tomorrow. Just take care of myself, do my things, be me quiet here. But just going out and then Kelly's case again. And the guy who said he's in the shop and he's not in the shop. Like, I need to calm down. And doing live videos and ranting like this is one of my ways to just calm down. So thanks those who are joining me and stuff like that. It is just heartbreaking. Yeah, but Facebook reminded me last year on this particular day, my muse was on being intentional about my choices. You know, when God sometimes wants you to do the kind of things that some of us do, He does not tell you everything. You know, it's just like, now I want you to do this, you know, and then you have had all those experiences in your own life, and he's like, no, you're a good person for this. No, just don't start. I'll be with you. I'll give you the grace. No, don't worry. Then each time you meet something and you cry, you say, Father, I say, you promised me, right? I say, yes, Papa, I promise you. Continue to give me the grace. So soon I'm going to do another video, much more calmer, calling for people who want to help me. So we just finished Kelly's school fees. That's all. Only school fees. I mean, look, I give her allowance that I give my children. She's there, food, everything. You have come and seen her in my house now, my friend. I don't ask her mother for nothing because I know that her mother cannot. Her mother says Ero in Mashenyala. The mother had left the marriage since. It was abusive. So the mother had left. So it's not even something like the children were with the man. So the uncle is the man's relative or is the mother's relative or whatever. But you know how when times are hard, you have 3 children, 4 children, every relative takes their own. And then, what do those children become? I have one of them coming to see me here at 2 o'clock today. He's very vocal. We are going to work together. He's a young guy. He's 24 today. His own neglect led him into bad friends and into drugs and everything. But he says by the grace of God, he is out. He's out of all of that. So I'm looking forward to meet him. I talked with him this morning. He's coming at 2 o'clock. He went to UB and dropped out. Just all this drug abuse. We think it's the experiences I have in this life. God, you're strong. So that is it now. I'm just ranting, but at the same time, I'm calling us to good conscience. Parents, please watch over your children. Look, when my son was going to Sacred Heart Form 1, I told my son, I wrote to him, I said, please, my son, don't be a mass servant. Please, my son, don't be a mass servant. Because I know that being a mass servant is closeness to. I don't want me trouble. I know what I'm talking about now. I know. I've dated 2 priests. I know that world well and proper. I know. I'm an adult. I can fool around. I'm like, well, you should be conscious about what you're doing. But now I'm very, very conscious. God forgive me and He has forgiven me. But children, nah. You touch a child, be you man of God, be you father, be you bishop, be you anything, I will talk about it. If I go one day, I go. Who is going to stay on this earth forever? So do I care? Must I make heaven? Come and see me where I'll go when I die. Like you yourself know where you're going to go. There's so much rubbish going on in the world. So much. And some people will go and be holier than thou. Oh, Sister Mary. Who knows what some people are doing in those churches even? Look at that child, 20-year-old. And after the man of God, she went to high school because she was so stubborn. So they put her in a boarding school in Bamenda. Well, classmates caught her also. Last year again, another man again in her neighborhood. It's like once it starts happening to you, you only attract those kind of abusive people. Or they come to you, they just know that you are broken. So they just prey on you. She finally met a guy now who kinds of like has her time and stuff. But she's so broken. So she does not even know how to talk nicely to a man. She does not even want to. She wants to, but she does not want. It is so much to do with their psychology. And remember, children, their brains are still developing. So whatever happens to them, it just kind of messes the whole thing up. Imagine us adults. Imagine children now. Just nurture them now. After 18, are they not grown to 16, 14? How the teen heart so? It is not about the amount of money you give a child. It is the love, the attention. I'm not saying go and spoil the child like that's your whole life from January to December. No, but at least now, why? Why have them if you cannot? That's why I say my own 3 that are enough for me. It's not because I cannot. It's like, well, I want to be very sure I can. And then there are many other children who need the kind of love I have. Let me give it to them. Instead of filling my house all with biological, non-biological, all of those things. Nah. Okay, well, talk to you later now. I just needed to desensitize. Thank you, Mimi, for saying that. Thank you. I mean, even us adults, I think so. When you are just revolving from one broken relationship to the other, that's how the pattern just continues. you only be finding yourself again in those kind of relationships. So sometimes you need to stop and take stock. But children, do they even know how to take stock? A 13-year-old, what does it mean by taking stock? What does it mean by grooming? What does it mean by, hey, no, you cannot do that to a man of God? No, and then she will not tell. Who will believe her? And of course, there are some who have spoken and nobody has believed them, or they have told them that shut up, don't ruin his reputation. No, 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 no. We'll pray over it. It shall be okay. Which okay? After they will come, help my child, help my child. Could you not help that child? Could you not believe that child the first time the child told you and seek for help at that time? Shame on us all, like that, collective shame. Let me attend to Kelly now. I need to talk to her mom. And my dear, this is it now. This is it. This is it, miss. This is it. I need to find a solution. I need to find a solution because I cannot feel good. My children are there. They've all finished. They're ready. They're going to write exam. Another child is there. Fees is not finished, and I never knew. I never knew. If I knew, I would have since done something. Sometimes also when you need help, seek for it. Don't wait until last minute. There are people waiting for you last minute also. Mimi, thanks for joining. Thanks everybody for joining. Thank you. The moral support means a lot. Means so much to me. Gael, thank you. I see what you are doing and I really appreciate. Thank you so much. One day I'll go to Equinox. One day I'll go to small. Thank you, Prudence. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you. God bless us all.